Yeah, we're definitely excited. The office is pretty frantic with movement. Various wings and various parts moving around as far as the whole entire picture of the league is concerned, trying to develop and essentially bring the league alive. So we have various campaigns that we're still working on, the marketing stuff, the PR stuff, the communication that we've been busy working on as far as this league is concerned. We continue to talk to our big players, the big stars that need to come in. We continue to talk to our proteas down in Australia just to make sure that we have a full picture in terms of what still needs to happen as far as this league is concerned. But the excitement is there. Well, the primary motivation, one, was that we needed to have a league of our own as Cricket South Africa. And the reason why we needed to have a league of our own is to create a different but very strong commercial program, which is going to be an additional revenue source for Cricket South Africa. And the reason why I say that is because as a historical cricketing country, we are blessed with having good talent as far as cricket is concerned. But because our economy in South Africa is pretty fluid, it is easy for countries that have strong economies and are cricket-loving countries to then poach players from us. You would have noticed over the years we've lost some players to Kolpak, who've gone to apply their trade in the UK. Some have gone even to New Zealand and so forth. So by having a league, it gives us an opportunity of paying our players a little bit extra than what they normally get from us as Cricket South Africa. And by so doing, then taking away the reason for them to go apply their trade elsewhere and additional monies by, for instance, turning Kolpak. I mean, it excites me a lot. Just having a look at the list of the players that we had secured just made me wish I was a manager of one of the teams so that I can work with these guys. Chris Gayle is literally the king of T20 as he's known. Nobody has performed in the T20 space as well as he has. The nickname that he's got, being called Gale Force Windy, has just followed him as far as the T20 arena is concerned, and it's a household name that speaks for itself. Owen Morgan is a powerhouse. We've seen his performances for the England national team. We've seen how he's performed as far as the IPL teams are concerned, and we just wish that he can come here, in where it's relatively easy to play cricket given the conditions that we have as South Africa, the climate that we have. We just pray that he comes here and shows that, the powerhouse that he's, grown to become internationally, and he displays those skills here in our shores.
Yeah, one in Cape Town, let's respect him.
I mean, Rashid Khan is a spin wizard. He has shot up the charts as far as his bowling is concerned. He's a bit of an enigma. We're listening to one of the guys' interviews. I think it was Virat Kohli, if I'm not mistaken, and he was saying that it is easy for him to pick Rashid Khan when he's facing him during the day, but is a bit of an enigma and hard to face under lights. So it will be, and he's an exciting bowler as well. So it will be a nice opportunity for some of our guys to work with a guy like that, even if they might be in opposite teams. For a young guy like Bryce Shemzi to work with Rashid Khan would be big. For Rashid Khan, together with Imran Tahir, to be sitting with Shemzi and sharing knowledge as far as wrist-spin bowling is concerned, that's gold. So for us to see an exciting youngster in Rashid Khan, who more or less mimics Imran Tahir as far as his celebrations as well are concerned, will be exciting for our crowds. A young guy like David Malan, coming back home in South Africa, there's an opportunity for him to show the South Africans what we've missed as far as his talents and exploits are concerned. So we're looking forward to seeing him make his mark as far as this tournament is concerned. Remember that we continue to work as Cricket South Africa to build this tournament to be essentially one of the biggest in the world. So for these players as well, it's equally important for them to perform as best as we've seen them perform, so that they can make sure that they are still in next year's draft and essentially they get picked, because we are bound to have more stars coming to our shores next year.
Absolutely. Not shoulders with some of the best in the world.
100%. You would have seen how the Proteas performed against the Aussies down under. So that on its own is getting South Africans excited to say, you know, we want to see these Proteas coming back, coming back home and performing in the league, putting in these big performances. So for young guys who have been picked, some of the rookies in the Yaneman Malans and the Qeshiles, to be working next to the Proteas and essentially, you know, being in the same team, being, toe-to-toe with these guys, it's a golden opportunity for them. And I'm sure they're just as excited as I am.
Yeah, for the spectacle.
I think as far as hosting cricket matches is concerned, that's what these grounds are built for. That's what the managers in the various stadiums are hired to do. So as far as them being ready is concerned, I think they're ready to host a match as soon as tomorrow. What I would like to see is the different sort of activations that they're going to have in their stadiums and the different styles of management that they're going to have and influences into these teams, which is essentially what's going to set them apart, from one CEO to the next, from one stadium to the next. So the challenge is out there for them really to keep us all equally excited through their own different signatures as far as their activations, marketing, their PR plans is concerned. It's exciting for us to see what Boland Park, Eurolax Boland Park is going to bring to the show. We know what Newlands brings as far as hosting a match is concerned, an international match is concerned. We know what the Wanderers brings when it comes to hosting an international match, Centurion Supersport Park. The question is now around this league, what is it that is so different and so exciting that they're going to bring to the picture that's going to keep us motivated to come and watch the rest of the Josie Stars matches at home, the rest of the Tshwane Spartans matches at home, and so forth. So the challenge is out there for the CEOs and their various management teams as well to keep us all excited, make sure that we continue coming game after game, match after match to support their teams as their home fans. So I'm pretty excited to see all of that come into fruition.
Yeah, and get South Africans out the Super League.
It's a big milestone for us. It's a huge achievement for Cricket South Africa, a timely one at that. I think for quite some time now we haven't really had a solid, well-structured relationship with government, and now for government to come in to be part of the picture, various city mayors giving us their letter of support in terms of supporting these various teams that will be based in their cities. That's big for us as cricket. Partnering with SABC has helped in not only now raising eyebrows in our communities. People, when I walk down the streets, people are asking me, what's this Mzansi League? We heard cricket is coming back to SABC. What sort of cricket is it? Are we going to see our international stars playing there? So that on its own has created that sort of buzz. And, it has helped us now reach even the deaf ears now. Those that were blind to cricket, their eyes have now been opened. We've cast our net as far wide as we possibly can, and that's what essentially SABC has brought onto the picture for us. The reach is immense, and it's second to none, and it's something that we hope we can definitely benefit from as far as Cricket South Africa is concerned.
Yeah, just are all Nets expect?
I would think we're quite happy with where we are. There's obviously still one or two other things that we need to tweak here and there. One or two other things that we just need to work hard in pushing across the line to make sure that all our I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, and then we can essentially deliver now a 360 picture as far as what we've been envisaging this league to be. So we're quite happy with where we are so far. But as I said, there's still some work that needs to be done, and we'll continue working hard to make sure that we don't disappoint the people of Mzansi as far as this league is concerned.
Yeah, just the T20 player around at the world.
I mean, he's not called Mr. 360 for nothing. So, we'll be very keen as cricket fans to see, him playing his 360 shots around the ground. We know he can pull off some ridiculous shots. He can literally, go from batting slow to exploding and turning the game on his head and essentially win the match single-handedly for his team, depending on which team he plays for, in this case being the Tshwane Spartans. So we're all excited to watch AB coming back into the tournament and, playing in our various stadiums as South Africans to see what skills he possesses. I mean, he hasn't played some cricket for a while now, as far as, you know, the home soil is concerned. So it would be interesting to see him come back, you know, and being pitted toe-to-toe against the Kagiso Rabadas of this world. Kyle Abbott coming back home as well. It would be interesting to see AB going against Kyle Abbott. And various other fast bowlers we have in the country. You know, there are some fast bowlers that we'd like to see how they're going to fare against the international big hitting stars like Chris Gayle and Owen Morgan, and if they can hold their own as well. So it's going to be interesting to see how these guys perform, and I'm just eagerly waiting for the first ball to be bowled on the 16th.
Yeah, and just the last one, critical game night.
Well, personally, I'm expecting some fast-paced, high-action cricket as far as, you know, in-boundary entertainment is concerned. But I'm expecting equally just, you know, fast, fun, loud, inclusive entertainment happening outside the boundary now in terms of the various activations that the stadiums have planned. So I want, you know, an all-round picture of a family environment where a young boy, a young girl is going to have just as much fun as the mother and father who will most probably be focusing on the cricket. So that's essentially what I'm expecting, a full picture of entertainment being looked after as a fan. Mzansi Super League, fast, fun for all.